And thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libertor.
I'm Storm Tracker 2. I'm meteorologist Eric Gage.
And it is a very happy Friday out there with this forecast for today, right?
Oh yeah, happy Friday. And remember yesterday we were talking about hang up those lights. Beautiful sunshine yesterday, just fantastic weather, 60s for the highs. And driving around last night, got to see some beautiful, beautiful lights being hung up already. So tis the season right now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And it doesn't feel like that, at least for today. Temperatures warming up into the 60s for highs, and even a slightly mild start to your morning. 48 degrees measured at Griffith Park in Rome. Even more locally, we're looking at temperatures in the 40s and 30s. 46 degrees up in Big Moose, 46 Whitesboro and Westland, 50. And higher elevations, stronger winds aloft are preventing radiational cooling from happening. So those valley locations are actually cooler than the hilltops right now. 37 in Cooperstown, 47 down in Skenevis. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar. Maybe Boonville seeing a light sprinkle right now. Could be heading towards Old Forge, but no major rainfall. The bigger story is going to be widespread rain arriving this evening, putting an end to this warmer stretch of weather we've been seeing and a cool down heading into this coming weekend. On top of that, we're talking about dry weather for Saturday and possible snowfall, accumulating snow for Sunday. I'll get more detail on that full forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Right now, a water main break in Ilion has been.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Welcome back to News Channel 2 at sunrise. Happy Friday. A look at your Friday morning commute. No travel impacts are expected as the area remains mostly, if not entirely dry between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. this morning. However, rain showers begin to develop as winds do pick up as we head into the evening hours, 4 to 6 p.m. Now, 4 p.m. still looking mostly dry for a lot of the area, but that widespread rain arrives 5 to 6 p.m. and will continue into the overnight hours if you are traveling beyond those hours. Another thing we're talking about too is any initial impacts this weekend regarding rain or snow. We do have some lake effect that's expected to develop. This will be for early Sunday morning. So temperatures in the valley above freezing, right around or below freezing in the North Country, higher elevations north and south of the valley. And we take a look at the skycast for Sunday itself, looking at scattered rain and snow showers. So our initial thoughts on possible snowfall this weekend. Again, Saturday is looking dry. However, the light blue areas could see upwards of 2 inches of accumulating snow on the ground. But for the most part, the valley, Utica, Herkimer, Canajoharie is looking to not see any accumulating snow at this point. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Later today, the city of Utica.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Friday. A somewhat mild start to your day depending on location. A bit of a weird thing going on temperature-wise across the area. One of our sky watchers mentioned in Westdale 38, he drove to Syracuse. It was in the 50s. So that's a surprising jump in temperature. As we look ahead towards the next several hours, we're continuing to warm up into the 50s and eventually 60s this afternoon. So the current condition right there, 48 at Griffith Park in Rome. A light wind from the east, and taking a live look at downtown Utica from Nexus Camera, looking at quiet conditions here in the Mohawk Valley. However, looking at maybe a few light sprinkles set to take place in the North Country right now. Besides this, still looking mostly, if not entirely dry as you look to our attention to the west. Still, I'm not seeing any real indication of any major precipitation for the at least morning and early afternoon. However, as we approach 3 to 5 p.m., that jump in rainfall probability skyrockets as a cold front begins to arrive over our area, bringing widespread rain around sunset, still lingering into the overnight hours and then gradually drying out by Saturday. 8 a.m. looking dry. Rest of Saturday also looking dry. However, lake effect rain and snow showers begin to develop as we approach Saturday night and into early Sunday morning. So a look at your weekend forecast. Almost entirely dry for your Saturday, though breezy. Temperatures only reaching the upper 30s to low 40s. Then for Sunday, a dry start depending on location with lake effect rain and snow showers developing across the area. High temperatures only in the upper 30s. This is the big picture right now. We got warm air in place. However, we have a strong cold front arriving from the west. That'll bring with that those chilly temperatures, and that cold air will be in place at least for the near future. So right now, temperatures, again, I mentioned a weird thing going on. We have strong winds from the south. This is trapping cold air in lower elevations and keeping warm air in the higher elevations. So again, we are looking at huge differences in temperature this morning. Regardless, though, warming up in the upper 50s, low 60s by noontime, increasing clouds, widespread rain arrives between 3 to 5 p.m., continuing into the overnight hours, and then gradually drying out by Saturday morning with lingering clouds, temperatures right around freezing, and then by noontime in the upper 30s, low 40s with windy and blustery conditions. Then, as we approach Saturday night, lake effect starts to develop off of Lake Ontario. We'll sweep down early Sunday with some scattered rain and snow showers across the area by Sunday evening. And so for today, highs in the low 60s with a dry start. Rain arrives in the evening for tonight. Some showers, lows falling into the mid-30s. Your 7-day forecast. And then to the warmer temperatures. Take a look at this. 60 for the high today. We are down into the 40s for Saturday and into the 30s by Sunday. And Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday also looking on the cool side. And it's still monitoring that wintry mix for Tuesday, and those cold temperatures will continue into Thursday for Thanksgiving. So those of you wondering what the temperature, what the long range look like for Thanksgiving, on the cool side.
Yeah, and I think your brother brought the nice weather from Florida, didn't he?
Yep, picked him up yesterday. He was surprised. He's like, it's New York in November and it's 60 out. I'm like, yeah, we get one more day, then we're back down in the 30s.
It is crazy. We'll take it for sure. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:12 hour. I'm Gary Libitor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And Eric is in with the details.
Yes, the details. And there's some pretty cool things going on right now. Bill was checking it last night, and I'm looking at it this morning. There are two factors that go into temperatures overnight falling, how low they fall. There's mixing, basically you have warmer temperatures mixing with the cold temperatures, and then radiational cooling. As the sky is clear, it's cooling down, temperatures plummet. There are some drastic temperature differences right now going on in the area. Some places in Herkimer down in the 30s. You go 2 miles to the east in the 50s.
Wow.
Yeah, it basically, if you have a helicopter flying over Utica, even though it's 30 degrees, the helicopter flies by, you jump into the 50s.
Oh my!
You got imbalances in temperatures. It's really cool to see that. I know I'm kind of geeking out right now.
It's like from one house to house.
But yeah, it is a really crazy thing going on right now. Take a look at temperatures right now currently across central New York. 48 degrees at Griffith Park in Rome. And a little closer, take a look at these differences right here. 28 Little Falls, 46 Whitesboro, 47 in Big Moose, 50 in Deansboro. So Little Falls, 28, Deansboro, 50. You go down I-90 just a few miles. And to the south, 38 Cooperstown, 48 Skenevis, 30 below freezing down in Unadilla. So almost a 20-degree difference as you go down I-88. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, DOP of the radar. All is quiet, aside from a weak disturbance. Some light sprinkles in Boonville, Old Forge, North Country region. And for today, regardless of these morning temperatures, things warm up into the upper 50s to low 60s. A dry start, however, widespread rain arrives this evening, bringing an end to the warmer temperatures and return to more, I would say, November-like temperatures as we head into the weekend. I'll explain more detail on that full forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Israel Defense Forces say they...
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Good morning and welcome back. We are looking ahead towards the winter as the seasons slowly start to change and temperatures start to cool down. Our winter weather outlook. Not right now. It'll be taking place at right around 6:30 during our 6 a.m. sunrise show. It'll be around 2 minutes going over the latest trends regarding snowfall trends, temperature trends, comparing it to past winters and how it impacts us locally here in central New York, and some changing factors that could influence the overall accumulation of snow we could be expecting as we head into this winter season. Temperatures across the area in the 30s or 50s, depending on your location, at least in the bigger picture. 46 Whitesboro, 49 Inlet, 47 Richfield Springs, 45 degrees in Earlville. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Aside from the light sprinkle taking place in the North Country, looking mostly, if not entirely, dry across central New York. And for today, remaining mostly dry until around 3 to 5 p.m. as widespread rain brings an end to this warmer trend of temperatures in the low 60s. Got no more detail on that full forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Around 300 people.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Friday. Depending on your location, starting out around freezing or near 50 degrees as a battle is going on in the atmosphere right now with radiational cooling and mixing. Current temperature, at least at Griffith Park in Rome, 48 degrees, feels like 44 with a slight wind from the east, and winds will be a lot stronger arriving from the south as we approach the afternoon. A live look at downtown Utica. Quiet conditions here in the city and for some areas in the south as well. Maybe a light sprinkle taking place in the North Country, currently gone just past Boonville, up north towards Old Forge, but that has since passed, and quiet conditions are currently across the area. Now, regarding rainfall chances, none is really expected, at least until the mid to late evening. Take a look at this right here. Rainfall chances start to skyrocket by 3 to 5 p.m. So enjoy the dry weather and warmer weather to start out your Friday, as this will bring not only rain showers, but a big cool down as we head into the weekend. So look at those rainfall chances slowly coming to an end by the early morning hours. Saturday looking dry, but breezy and cool. And as we head into Sunday, lake effect rain and snow showers. So here's a look at your weekend forecast in more detail. See those cooler temperatures right there, only in the upper 30s, low 40s. Again, dry Saturday, but lake effect rain and snow showers will develop on Sunday. So here's the bigger picture. We got warm air in place right now over central New York. However, a strong cold front is arriving from the west, bringing in those chilly temperatures that will last for the next 7 days. Not really warming up by much into next week. So your skycast for this morning, starting out with mostly clear skies, some clouds mixing in here and there. Increasing clouds by 9 a.m. to noontime. Temperatures quickly rising into the upper 50s to low 60s. And still breezy. Wind speeds around 15 miles per hour before widespread rain arrives roughly between 3 to 5 p.m. And we'll continue to see widespread rain into the evening and overnight hours. That will come to an end by early Saturday morning. And by Saturday, right around 5 to 6 a.m., looking at mostly cloudy skies, maybe some lingering light drizzle that should come to an end by noontime as sunshine peaks out and high temperatures climb into the upper 30s to low 40s. Then wind direction will start to shift back from the west, and behind that, some chances for some lake effect rain and snow showers developing across the area early Sunday morning and lasting all throughout Sunday. And so for today, highs in the upper 50s to low 60s with a dry start. Rain arrives in the evening for tonight. Lows falling into the 30s with some showers, and your 7-day forecast. Dry for Saturday, breezy conditions as well, returning to some lake effect rain and snow showers Sunday. Monday looking dry. A wintry mix starts to develop into Tuesday and into Wednesday at this point. We'll get more details as the days get closer because, again, it is several days out. But we can tell you is the cooler temperatures will stick around. We got a pocket of cold air arriving from Canada. That'll keep things cool into Thanksgiving.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on that travel forecast for sure.
Yes, that'll be really important. We don't want to have wintry mix, no icing, especially when you're trying to fly. That'll cause delays.
Yeah, even driving a distance.
Not a fan.
Yeah. Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:50, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Libitor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And boy, what nice weather those folks out in Ilion had to fix that water main break yesterday, right?
Oh, beautiful. 60s. You know, I think it like mid to late November, 60s and sunshine. Very atypical. I mentioned yesterday at the noon show, 10% chance of seeing a completely clear sky in this time of year.
Yeah.
It only gets lower as we head into the cloudiest months, which are December and January. So if we do get sunny skies, definitely take advantage of them. And yeah, and this morning, on the mild side, depending on location, I'm going to explain what's going on right now because there are some pretty drastic temperature differences right here. Take a look at this, 47 up in Big Moose, 28 Little Falls, but as you head down I-90, 50 over in Deansboro. So we got some mixing going on. 39 in Cooperstown, 48, almost 50 in Sknevis, and down into Unadilla, below freezing at 30 degrees. So what is this? It's a line, right? It's a red line. Now, as you go up, this is the atmosphere as you go way, way up in the sky. And as you go from left to right, that is temperature. Notice near the surface, we got temperatures right around 39 degrees. But if you go up a little bit, take a look at this huge spike in temperature. Now, this is this warm air trapped above the surface, and with stronger winds higher up in the atmosphere, that is mixing down. So although it is very chilly, you get any strong wind gust, it'll release all that warm air, what we're seeing right now with those huge temperature differences. Now, regardless, looking dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, dot for the radar. And for today, regardless of these warmer temperatures this morning, warming up into the 60s by around noontime to 3 to 4 p.m. before a widespread rain arrives, bringing an end to this warm temperature trend. We're looking at cooler temperatures plus what to expect for your weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Water main break in Ilion.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning and welcome back. Depending on your location, either waking up with below freezing temperatures or near 50-degree temperatures. A lot of mixing going on in the atmosphere right now. Regardless, a dry start and remaining dry for your morning commute. No impacts to your commute at all, at least for the early start of today. However, as we approach the evening hours between 3 to 5 p.m., that's when light rain starts to develop, turning more heavy as we head into the overnight hours. So between 5 and 6 p.m., rain developing, have an impact on the roadways. Be careful of ponding as well, of course. You need to use your wipers with rain showers, obviously. On our Skycast, as we head into this weekend, we're talking about snowfall, potential snowfall accumulation. Now, lake effect will take place throughout the morning and afternoon for Sunday. You notice scattered, not completely widespread, but the areas most likely to see accumulating snow will be those light blue areas right there, possibly 2 inches of accumulation on the ground. The Mohawk Valley looking to remain largely clear of any accumulating snow. Now, we are talking about not only this, but the winter weather outlook, the overall trends that we're going to be expecting for this coming winter. That's coming up in the next half hour. Gary?
Eric, thanks. Later today, the city of Utica will celebrate.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Friday. Some warmer air is mixing in other locations, and we are taking a look at the current temperature in Griffiths Park in Rome. 50 degrees, a mild start to your Friday. Some of you are seeing 30-degree temperatures. Again, mixing is taking place this morning. And a live view of downtown Utica. Take a look at this shot right here. If you do have a nice camera, get it ready. Could be seeing a very colorful sunrise this morning with these clouds in place over central New York. Here's another view in Oneonta live. Some colorful sunrise taking place right there as well. So again, we're just been blessed with very beautiful sunrises here locally the past few days. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 dot for the radar. Beside a weak disturbance producing some light sprinkles in the North Country, all of us are remaining dry across central New York. And regarding the rainfall chances for today, starting out dry. However, as we approach the mid-afternoon to early evening, 3 to 5 p.m., rain chances skyrocket. Almost certain to see rain showers widespread across the area from a strong cold front. And then as we approach the evening hours, the overnight hours, rain chances will gradually decrease as rain becomes less widespread, but still looking dry for Saturday before rain chances return once more with snow possible in higher elevations for Sunday. And with that cold front too, chilly temperatures move in. This weekend, highs are only expected to reach the upper 30s to low 40s, so enjoy the warmer temperatures this morning because that is not expected to last. And so, on our Skycast for today, starting out on the mild side, warming up into the upper 50s to low 60s by around noontime. Increasing clouds, strong south wind moving in, and then by 3 to 5 p.m., that widespread rain moves through our area. And then we'll gradually cool things down overnight, down into the 40s, eventually the 30s, with lingering cloud cover coming to an end by Saturday afternoon. It'll be pretty pleasant with the sky conditions, sunny skies, however, breezy winds, and on top of that, high temperatures only in the upper 30s to low 40s. Then, as we approach the overnight hours tomorrow night, lake effect rain and snow develops off of Lake Ontario, pushing through the area. And so for your Sunday, a bit unsettled with scattered lake effect rain and snow showers across the area. North Country, north of the Mohawk Valley, could see accumulations upwards of 2 inches or more, but the valley at this point looking to see no accumulations at all. And so for today, highs approaching 60 degrees, a dry start, rain arriving in the evening, rain continuing overnight, lows falling into the mid-30s. Your 7-day forecast. Again, this weekend, breezy and cool, a different story to today. And with that strong cold front, it brings an end to those 60-degree days. We had 60 yesterday, 60 expected today, and heading into eventual Thanksgiving, no warm days on the horizon. So enjoy the warmer temperatures as we have today. And for the most part, we're continuing to monitor, at least for Tuesday into Wednesday, that possible wintry mix that could impact travel. Still a little too early, but we got to make sure we keep an eye on it.
We'll focus on today.
Yes.
60 degrees. Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us, everyone. And thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2. I'm meteorologist Eric Gage.
And boy, what colors we're seeing. The last 3 days are amazing.
I was gonna say, I'll get used to this, seeing all these beautiful sunrises this morning. And yeah, beautiful sunrise this morning, warmer temperatures as well, depending on location. That's the crazy part this morning. I want to emphasize that too. First off, let's take a look live at the sunrise this morning here in downtown Utica. Again, grab that camera if you have a good one. Take a good shot of it as the sun continues to rise. I guess the adage, red skies in the morning, sailors take warning. We do have some rain showers arriving later on today. Now, where would you head if you want to see the coldest temperatures this morning? Would it be up in the North Country? Nope, it would be in Little Falls. Below freezing, 28 Little Falls. But let's say you want to get a little warm, head to Deansboro, 50 degrees. So a big, sharp difference in temperature as you head throughout the Mohawk Valley, all due to mixing in the atmosphere. I mentioned explained a little bit earlier on in the past half hour. Local temperatures in the Southern Valleys, 49 Skenevis, 40 Cooperstown, 30, a little cooler down in Unadilla. Quiet on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And for today, starting out dry. Temperatures quickly warming up into the upper 50s to low 60s with rain developing in the evening. That'll cool things down, say goodbye to 60s and say hello to 40s and 30s. They are inevitably coming across the area. I'll explain what to expect for the weekend ahead, plus your winter outlook coming up in a few minutes coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Israel Defense Forces say they've
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good morning and welcome back. Well, I'm not Bill, but Bill and I have been working on this winter outlook for the past several weeks. What are the latest data, the trends, and what this winter will look like for central New York? So let's get right into it. First off, a look at your headlines for your winter outlook. So we're expecting a moderate to strong El Nino. I'll explain what that is in just a second. On top of that, what does that mean locally here in central New York? Because there are several reports that have come out, whether there's more snow, less snow, what's going to go on here in central New York. We're also going to take a look back at similar winters, see how this will shape up compared to those. So first, whether you've heard it or have not heard it, regardless, we have an El Nino, which basically means there is warming ocean waters differently in different locations compared to what it typically happens. So a bit of a meteorology 101. Weather, why we see sunshine, why we see rain in different days, it all has to do with different heating on the atmosphere, irregular heating. Sometimes certain locations heat up more than others. Now, in this case, we're talking about warm ocean water just off of the Americas, right off of Central America right here. Now, in normal years, this warm ocean water is right here in the Pacific Ocean. It's actually out to the west. However, in some years, such as what's going to be happening this year, this warm ocean water actually is pushed out closer to the Americas. The wind direction near the equator switches. Now, you're probably thinking, that's so far away. It doesn't really impact this, does it? Well, Because this warm ocean water is actually closer to the Americas, this shifts jet stream patterns that will impact where coastal storms will go. And you can see right here the general United States trend is a drier Central America right here, a warmer Northwest America, and a much more wet South and Southeastern America. What does that mean here in Central New York? Well, the typical storm path, when you get nor'easters, rain, snow, these are going to follow a path that will be more closer to the Atlantic coast. It will not go as inland as what we've seen in previous years. For example, last year we saw more of an inland track. However, more warm air mixed in, so we didn't actually see that much snow. But regardless, we're expected to see a decrease in average snowfall across the area. But it doesn't mean we're not going to see impactful snow events. Lake effect can still happen. And again, this is long-range forecasting. This is not a 7-day forecast, so this is hard to predict that far out. So, regarding snowfall rates, here's a look at previous winters that we've seen El Nino. The opposite is La Nina. We saw that last year. 2002, 2009, 2015. What do these winters have? Well, slightly above average in 2002, below average for 2009, and well below average for 2015 and 2016 with a strong El Nino. And regarding temperatures, warmer than average. This is the latest trends from 82, 97, and 2015. So, although we're looking at warmer temperatures and less snowfall, that doesn't reduce the chance for additional snow to come off of what is known as a polar vortex. Sounds like a pretty crazy buzzword, but it is a thing. Really cold Arctic air trapped near the Arctic. You have a wall of air called the jet stream keeping these colder temperatures near the Arctic. Sometimes that air will sneak down and bring an Arctic blast to our area. So, regardless, we're looking at temperatures and snowfall on the lower end. So, well, at least temperatures warmer, snowfall on the lower side. So 95 inches average, looking a little bit less than that, 70 to 90 inches of snowfall. And temperatures 4 degrees above average, so a slightly warmer winter, but again, we could be seeing at least colder pockets of air to move into the area. So the snowiest portion of the winter could be between January and February, maybe a backloaded winter, but again, it is still really far away. And with this winter, there will be more frequent thaws, and so our thoughts again for this winter, it's still really far away, but for the most part, we are looking at a much more warmer winter, at least relatively. We're looking at the latest trends and all the stuff that we're seeing. And for right now, snowfall totals slightly below average, but again, like I said before, it's not a 7-day forecast. Things can shift, you know, it's being as transparent as possible. It's not just looking into a magic ball and seeing the future. So, but this is what the trend we're looking at right now, slightly below average snowfall and slightly above average temperatures.
So a weak El Nino instead of a strong one.
Well, a strong El Nino, but it could impact us weakly because we're not on the Atlantic coast. We don't get impacted tremendously by these systems.
We'll see if the prediction comes true.
Hopefully.
And we'll be back with more right after this.
York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Friday. If you thought the sunrises the past few days were breathtaking, well, we have another absolutely breathtaking sunrise taking place across central New York. Current temperature right now at Griffith Park in Rome, 50 degrees with a light wind from the south and east. However, the big story right here, take a look at this beautiful sunrise over the city of Utica. If you have any good cameras, we would love to get some amazing shots from your local area of this sunrise. Not only in Utica too, but look at Oneonta right here. Just an absolutely breathtaking sunrise across the area this morning. And of course the adage, red skies and morning, sailors take warning. Well, we're going to be seeing some rain showers later today, but it will start out dry. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet here across central New York for the time being. However, rain chances will increase as we head into the evening. Right between 3 to 5 p.m., a cold front will begin to arrive. It will bring a shift in temperatures from the 60s by around noontime down into the 30s and 40s by this coming weekend. And those rain showers will continue at least until the early morning by Saturday, and then things do dry out Saturday about 9 a.m. and remaining dry all throughout the evening. Lake effect rain and snow will start to develop as we head into Sunday morning. The bigger picture, we have very warm air in place from a ridge guiding up those warmer temperatures from the southeast. However, here's the change right here. That cold front, see the outline on those rain showers right there. Chilly temperatures will move into our area as we head into this weekend. So again, enjoy the rare 60-degree day we see this time of year. So for today, temperatures again starting out on the cool side, warming up into the upper 50s to low 60s by noontime with increasing clouds. And then as we approach 3 to 5 p.m., widespread rain begins to arrive. That will bring an end to those warmer temperatures as we approach the overnight hours early Saturday. Looking at mostly cloudy skies, temperatures hovering in the upper to mid 30s. Then by Saturday afternoon, not warming up by much, only into the upper 30s, low 40s, breezy conditions with, of course, sunshine across the board. And then as we approach the evening hours Saturday into the overnight hours Sunday, that's when lake effect rain and snow will start to develop off Lake Ontario. And so for your Sunday, breezy with lake effect rain and snow across the area. Areas north of the Mohawk Valley could see upwards of 2 inches of accumulation. Valley locations look to see none. So for today, highs in the upper 50s, low 60s, dry start, rain in the evening. For tonight, showers, lows falling into the 30s. Your 7-day forecast. Heading into this weekend, cooling down, and that will not be a temporary trend. This will look to stick around for a little bit. Heading into next week too, Monday dry, Tuesday rain showers into wintry mix possible late. We'll keep an eye on that because that could impact traveling for early Wednesday with a possible ice mix. It's still too soon to tell because there's so many moving parts when it comes to wintry mix situations. We noticed that at least the last time we had one just several days ago. But regardless, Thursday is looking cool for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, hopefully it's a decent travel time for us all.
I hope so too. I don't want any delays.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 6:53. Still ahead.
From where the news comes first, this is News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW11.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, a meteorologist, Eric Gage.
And these sunrises, boy, there's something else this week.
I don't know what it is. We're getting all these sunrises, sunsets are just beautiful. I can't get enough of them. Like the pictures people are sending into, just breathtaking. And and we said before the adage, red skies in the morning, sailors take warning. That's how you say it, right?
Yeah, you're asking the wrong person here with those.
I've heard it before. I'm not sure if it's said the exact way, but yeah, red skies in the morning, sailors take warning. Not raining yet, but rain will arrive this evening. But before we get to that, warmer temperatures this afternoon. And here's a look live in downtown Utica from our Nexus camera looking at the sunrise this morning. A little less colorful than it was a few minutes ago as the sun has now risen over the area. And local temperatures this morning, depending on location. Take a look at this right here. You want to get a little cool, go to Little Falls, 28 degrees. Or if you want to get a little warmer this morning, head to Deansboro, 50 degrees. So definitely a sharp contrast in temperatures this morning, all due to mixing in the atmosphere. Local temperatures in the southern valleys in the 40s and 30s. 49 Skenevis, 20-degree difference as you head down I-88 to Unadilla. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2. Dot for the radar, all is quiet across central New York for this morning. Looking to remain dry until this afternoon. Between 3 to 5 p.m., widespread rain arrives from a cold front, not only bringing widespread rain, but cooling things down as we head into the weekend. I'll go more detail in your full weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. A water main break in Ilion has been.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning and welcome back. Happy Friday. It is here and it is mild out for some of you with a beautiful sunrise to treat you for the final day of the work week. Taking a look at current conditions right now, it is 48 degrees at Griffith Park in Rome and a little cooler, feels like temperatures with that southeast wind bringing a decent breeze. Here's a look at downtown Utica, an absolutely breathtaking sunrise earlier on. The sunrise is slowly starting to be more faded. However, again, it has been a beautiful start to the day. You can see some of that streak going on up in the clouds right now. For today, expect faded sunshine with these thin upper-level clouds, but a dry start before rain showers arrive later this afternoon. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. All is quiet right now, just turning our attention to the west. Not really seeing any rain showers currently getting picked up on the radar right now because the rain will be continuing to arrive as we head into the evening. 3 to 5 p.m. arrival time of those rain showers, maybe a little earlier for western Oneida County. That will continue to see widespread rain at least until the early overnight hours. By early Saturday morning, things do dry out, and by 9 a.m. looking entirely dry. Your Saturday is looking cool and breezy, temperatures in the 30s and low 40s, but sunshine peaks out by the afternoon. Radar and satellite shows warm air near the surface right here in central New York. However, that will come to an end as chilly conditions move in by this evening, and this will be a common trend by next week. So highs for today will reach again the low 60s. Another 60-degree day expected across central New York before things start to cool down. So here's around noontime, increasing clouds, temperatures in the valley in the low 60s, upper 50s in higher elevations. By 3 to 5 p.m., that widespread rain begins to arrive, blustery conditions with a strong southwest wind. And then behind that, wind direction shifts. We're now getting wind directly from Canada. They'll bring those temperatures down into the 30s for your highs for Saturday with some sunshine by the afternoon. However, as wind direction shifts once more, we're going to get some lake effect. Now, starting out in the North Country with some scattered lake effects, rain and snow showers, and then scattered lake effect rain and snow showers across the area throughout Sunday afternoon. So a dry for Saturday and scattered rain and snow showers for Sunday for your weekend forecast. So for today, highs in the upper 50s, low 60s, a dry start, rain in the evening. Tonight, lows falling into the 30s with scattered showers. Your 7-day forecast, breezy and cool for Saturday and Sunday, dry Saturday, rain and snow showers Sunday, dry Monday, and we're looking ahead toward a possible wintry mix for Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Thanksgiving is looking cool.
Central New York. And Eric, I think you were the first to smell that smoke here in the newsroom this morning.
Yeah, I didn't notice it when I got into work, but then my girlfriend was heading into work at that point. And she's like, "You notice the smelling of a wildfire outside?" I'm like, "I don't know. Let me go check the air quality sensors." Sure enough, they were spiking, and I dug in a little bit because there were no other air quality alerts out. No one was noticing this, and so eventually found out that there was a wildfire taking place in Virginia, which is currently uncontained. You can see that the largest fire is currently in Virginia. There are a couple of smaller fires on the other side of the Appalachians in West Virginia, but the wind pattern is carrying these wildfire smoke conditions up into central New York. And so a look at your air quality right now, still on the lower side. No immediate health concern aside from those of you who are more prone to health issues from poor air quality. So again, we were at a level 1 out of 4. This is nothing like what we saw in June earlier this year with the heavy smoke from Canada. And we're just being unlucky seeing the perfect setup happen once again, except this time from the south. Now, aside from the smoke, this will come to an end, not lasting too long, as a strong cold front starts to arrive from the west. You actually see the rain showers in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Say goodbye to the 60s and say hello to 30s and 40s as we head into this weekend. And again, no more wildfire smoke as that cool down progresses. So again, temperatures this afternoon in the 60s across the valley. Widespread rain arrives tonight. That cool down into this weekend. All of your full weekend forecast in detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. The Rome woman accused.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. A little smoky out there this morning. Air quality will gradually improve as rain showers begin to arrive by this evening. Current temperature, surprisingly, 61 degrees out. Another 60-degree day across central New York, and will remain in the 60s for the next hour or so before that cold front continues to arrive from the west. And taking a live look in downtown Utica from our Nexus camera, looking at Route 5. Quiet conditions with increasing clouds And again, just a light haze from that wildfire smoke that is arriving from Virginia. Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar showing that widespread rain arriving from the west, set to arrive locally between 2 and 4 p.m. It's moving a little quicker than expected, but still, regardless, we are seeing widespread rain this evening. The other thing, too, those temperatures, look at this, Little Falls, 65 degrees. Earlier this morning, it was 28, a huge increase in temperature right there. 60 Whitesboro, 62 over in Westmoreland. Still in the 50s up north in North Country, 54 Big Moose. To the south, 61 Cooperstown, 59 Unadilla, and 60 degrees in Sherburne. So let's ride that roller coaster of temperatures. 60s for today. A huge dip this weekend, down into the 40s for Saturday, low 40s, and the upper 30s for Sunday. Now, Saturday is looking mostly dry with decreasing clouds. Different story for Sunday with lake effect rain and snow showers developing throughout the afternoon. And so the bigger picture, we got warm air in place, chilly air arriving from a very strong cold front from Canada. And with that brings that unsettled weather and an end to the warmer days we've seen the past several. And so in our Skycast for this evening, widespread rain moves into the area, breezy conditions, temperatures falling into the 30s and 40s for tomorrow, decreasing clouds, still a bit breezy, although looking dry. However, by early Sunday morning, lake effect rain and snow develops off of Lake Ontario, and it'll sweep south as wind direction shifts once more. And so we're going to be seeing scattered rain and snow showers across all of central New York for Sunday. Accumulation-wise, generally the North Country, north of the Mohawk Valley, could be seeing roughly 2 inches of accumulation, but most of the Mohawk Valley itself will remain above freezing and no accumulation is expected. So for today, highs in the 60s. Again, that dry start, however, rain is slowly arriving. Tonight, lows falling into the 30s with rain showers. Your 7-day forecast, breezy and cool is the forecast for this weekend. Dry Saturday, ending with rain and snow showers for Sunday. Cool temperatures continue in the middle of next week. Thanksgiving right now is still looking cool.
In this half hour, once again, here is meteorologist Eric Gage.
Aside from the air quality today, it was a beautiful sunrise across a lot of central New York. Take a look at this sunrise time lapse we got in Oneonta this morning. I don't know, but we've just been treated to several beautiful sunrises in a row the past several days. And you notice as well some hazy faded sunshine up in the sky from upper level clouds, as well as a little bit of that wildfire smoke. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are tracking the arrival of a cold front, bringing an end to the warmer temperatures across the area. And this will bring, again, widespread rain this evening in the early overnight hours, drying out by Saturday afternoon. And so, again, for today, the 60-degree temperatures will come to an end, down into the 40s and 30s this weekend. Dry for your Saturday, more rain and lake effect snow showers in the forecast for your Sunday. I'll explain in more detail in your full forecast coming up. Back over to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Israel says it has found the bodies.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. A little smoky out there with wildfire smoke coming from Virginia. Air quality will gradually improve as rain showers will start to arrive from the west this evening. Current temperature, a very pleasant 61 degrees in the city of Utica and Griffith Park in Rome, so a overall mild and warm end to the work week. But this is not a common trend. Things will continue to change within the next several hours as a cold front moves through the area. You look at it right now on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Maybe some areas just in western Oneida County could start seeing some rain showers as early as within the next 10 to 15 minutes. However, that yellow widespread, more significant rainfall will not arrive until the earliest of 2 p.m., at least for central New York. Current temperatures still very mild. This is the main one we're looking at right here. Little Falls was 28 this morning, now 65 degrees. 61 Whitesboro, 63 Westmoreland, 55 up north in Big Moose, and to the south 61 Cooperstown, 60 in Sherburne, 61 degrees in Hamilton. Riding this roller coaster of temperatures for today, highs in the 60s, then a huge decrease down into the 40s and 30s for Saturday and for Sunday. So for Saturday, it is looking dry with decreasing clouds. However, with the lower sun angle, it might be harder for the sunshine to peek out in the afternoons. Don't count on sunshine, but count on dry weather. For Sunday, different story. A lake effect rain and snow system will move into our area. That will continue throughout the morning, afternoon, and evening. Again, those temperatures still on the cool side in the upper 30s, low 40s. So here's the bigger picture. We got warm air in place in the northeast. Chilly temperatures following a very strong cold front arriving from the west, and we'll start to see those changes as that front moves through the area. So again, temperatures still on the warm side in the 60s, cooling down into the 50s by 5 p.m. That widespread rain continues to arrive. And as we head into the early morning hours for Saturday, those rain showers gradually depart, starting up maybe with some light drizzle, mostly cloudy skies. Should be clearing out a little bit by the afternoon, but again, don't count on sunshine for the evening. Then as we head into early Sunday morning, lake effect rain and snow starts to develop off of Lake Ontario. That will continue to shift south across the area, and we're seeing scattered rain and snow showers across all of central New York. Accumulation could be possible in higher elevations just north of the Mohawk Valley and north of I-90. So for today, highs in the upper 50s to even the mid 60s in lower elevations, rain developing. For tonight, showers, lows falling into the mid 30s. Your 7-day forecast for your weekend: breezy and cool. Dry for Saturday, lake effect rain and snow showers for Sunday. Dry again for Monday. Still a bit not looking to be too consistent with models on what to expect for Tuesday, whether with wintry mix, rain or snow. We'll follow the latest developments as the days get sooner, but regardless, expect cooler temperatures for Wednesday and eventually Thanksgiving. Gary?
Eric, thanks. We are back with News Talk for this half hour, and our guest...
Wildfires in Virginia has made its way here. Nearly 3,000 acres have burned in what's being called the Matts Creek Fire. Flames so far not threatening homes. But today, you could smell the smoke here locally. So again, not just Canada wildfires impacting our air, but also wildfires in Virginia. Chief Meteorologist Bill Card is tracking that, and the rain is coming down hard right now.
Yeah, and a lot of us were surprised to wake up this morning to smell smoke, thinking it was something local, but it turns out it was Virginia. We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the newscast. Let's talk about what's happening now. We've got rain. The rain is helping to settle the smoke down, but the wind direction is really going to make a bigger difference to clear it out. We're going to continue to track steady rain across the area. This is part of a cold front arriving a little bit earlier than expected, but we will be seeing rain throughout this evening and tonight. The good news is the rain should be over before Saturday, so it looks like a generally dry start to the weekend. So again, with the wind direction changing, we can project the smoke is expected to move to the east as we head into tonight, and it doesn't look like we're going to be dealing with this again because our winds will be coming in from the northwest. And some good news, the wildfires in Canada have really settled down as it gets much colder and snow begins to fall to our neighbors to the north. That's really helped the situation there, and hopefully we won't be dealing with this again for the rest of the year. Current temperature is 53 degrees. Our weather headlines, again, tracking rain tonight, colder weather this weekend, and it looks cold heading into Thanksgiving. We'll see how Thanksgiving week is trending. Some rain this evening. This continues tonight. We're taking a look at the weekend forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
All right, we are still days away, but the governor is already warning about a possible storm in the forecast next week. She says prepare for Thanksgiving now. She talked about last year's deadly Christmas storm in Buffalo. The governor has directed all state agencies, Homeland Security, DOT, DEC, all to be ready next week.
And warning motorists and homeowners and people now who'll be traveling locally and outside the region to alter your travel plans now. Do not make next Wednesday be your main day to travel, or else you'll get stuck. You'll be either stuck at home, not able to travel, or worst case there, you could be stuck on one of the roads or the New York State thruways.
Okay, so areas to be aware of if you are traveling. It's Buffalo, Watertown area. If you're going that way for Thanksgiving, that's where that potential storm will be. Next week could be record-breaking for millions of travelers. Tom Costello can.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Turning out to be a dreary evening here in Central New York. It was nice earlier today, but the rain has arrived. Let's take a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rain continues this evening. You can see the brighter colors, the yellows, the oranges, indicating moderate to locally heavy rain situated right over Utica, extending out towards Madison County. This is a slow-moving cold front. In fact, we'll put a loop on this over the last hour. You can see things haven't changed that much. Things moving in from the west. We'll continue to see rain as we head into tonight. And if it hasn't rained yet, for those of you in the southern valleys, the rain's pretty light. I do expect the rain to pick up as we head into this evening. So live look in downtown Utica. It's wet, it's dark. It's still pretty mild though. And again, we're going to be tracking that rain heading into tonight. Did you smell smoke today walking outdoors? A lot of folks did. Turns out the origin of this smoke we can see from outer space. This is a satellite image. This was taken yesterday over Virginia, and this is what was causing all of our smoke, a wildfire big enough to be seen from outer space. Tried to look at it today, but there's clouds in the way. But that south wind that brought us warm temperatures today also brought us some of that smoke. The good news is the wind direction changes tonight from the south to the northwest, and that's going to push any lingering smoke in our area out. High temperatures today. Wow, it was warm. Herkimer 64 degrees, Westmoreland 62, Camden 60, officially 62 at Griffiths. We didn't break any records today, but it certainly was a warm day. These temperatures are more reminiscent of mid-October. Decreasing clouds for the weekend, and this warm weather does not last. In fact, you can see the temperatures here. We go from 60s to 40s, so it is going to be a little bit of a shock to the system. But we are dry tomorrow. On Sunday, some light rain and snow showers arrive, temperatures in the low 40s. The breeze will be picking up too throughout the weekend, so it will be a cold breeze. Both Saturday and Sunday look breezy. We'll get a break from the wind Monday, then the breeze returns as we look ahead to Tuesday. Still pretty mild out there this evening despite the rain. Whitesboro 54 degrees, Norwich 54, Cooperstown still 60 degrees, Skenevis 57. This cold front continues to move through tonight and the rain comes to an end. I think we're going to be dry first thing Saturday morning, but cloudy with temperatures in the 30s. Decreasing clouds Saturday, a nice finish, but it will be cold. Sunshine in the afternoon, temperatures climb into the low 40s. Chilly tomorrow night, clear skies, overnight lows drop down into the low 30s. And then on Sunday, lake effect rain and snow showers are expected with highs in the low 40s. Rain ends tonight, low of 35. Tomorrow, decreasing clouds, chilly, highs in the low 40s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Next week is chilly. Monday's dry. We might be dealing with a wintry mix Tuesday night and into early Wednesday. So if you're traveling, at least during the daytime, both Tuesday and Wednesday should be okay. And then Thursday and Friday, lake effect snow outside of our area. I think we're going to be dry, but we'll keep you posted.
It depends on where you're traveling to then.
Right.
All right, Bill, thank you. Well, a seasonal meteorologist, Bill Curtis, tracking the rain.
Looking at rain that continues to move in from the west as a cold front arrives. We'll be dealing with this rain as we head into tonight. The rain looks to come to an end by tomorrow. We're going to see a pretty big drop in our temperature over the next 12 hours as this cold front rolls through. We go from 60s to 40s as we start the weekend. Now, we will be getting clear skies as we head into tomorrow night, and that'll give us an opportunity to see the Leonid meteor shower. The Leonid meteor shower takes place after midnight. It's been going on all month long, but the weekend is when it's expected to peak, where we should see the most amount of meteors. And I want to take a moment to explain how meteor showers happen. This all has to do with a comet moving through from in outer space. And when the Earth gets caught in the comet tail, there's debris that's left behind. And so every year, that's why we have all these annual meteor showers, because as the Earth rotates around the sun, they run into the same debris trail left behind by comets. Halley's Comet actually left behind some debris, and again, we'll be seeing these meteor showers possible here as we head into Saturday night. Not worth trying to check out tonight with the cloud cover. If you are walking your dog this evening, make sure you bring the umbrella for sure. Temperatures will be in the 50s. Tonight's featured dog Dee Dee from Floyd. Got to look at the weekend forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Food, where does it come from? With Thanksgiving next.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're tracking a soaking rain in central New York that will last through early tonight. Let's take a live look at our Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The rain arriving a couple of hours earlier than expected, but that also means it's going to leave sooner. And I don't think any of this will last into Saturday morning. I think that's when the rain will be over with, I think, shortly after midnight, and we'll be dry here to start the weekend. Here's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, I wanted to highlight this area of yellow. That's where we're seeing the steadiest, heaviest rain, which happens to be right over Utica. So just keep that in mind if you are traveling. We're going to be encountering, of course, wet roads, some ponding on roads, poor visibility, especially as it gets dark. It's sometimes just harder to see on nights like tonight. Also wanted to mention the smoke. If you smelled smoke today, you were not alone. The smoke came from wildfires in Virginia. We can actually see them from outer space with that south wind. The wind is going to change direction, and that means the smoke is going to come to an end as we head into tonight. Today's high 62, tomorrow 41. We take a plunge here. That's all because of a cold front that's bringing the rain across the region this evening. Brings the colder weather to start the weekend. Skywatchers in the 50s. Norway 50 degrees, 50 in Schuyler, Mike in New Hartford 56. Across southern valleys, Cassville 53 rather, Richfield 57, Cooperstown 59, and Worcester with 58 degrees. Again, this cold front is moving through. This front moves through our area tonight. The rain comes to an end shortly after midnight. Overnight lows drop down into the 30s. It's a dry start to Saturday, but it's going to be noticeably cooler. We start out in the 30s. We'll see clouds give way to sunshine. A nice day, but a cold breeze with high temperatures near 40. Mostly clear skies tomorrow night, and then some lake effect rain and snow showers arrive as we head into Sunday. We're not expecting much of an accumulation here. High temperatures climb into the low 40s. Rain ending late tonight, low of 35. Tomorrow, a dry day, a return to sunshine, and again, noticeably cooler, a high of 41. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Monday looks dry, 36. Looks like a wintry mix late Tuesdays. If you're traveling during the day, it looks okay, but the evening time and into Tuesday night could be slippery. We'll keep an eye on that. We might have to upgrade that day to an alert day. Wednesday, showers in the morning, 41. Thanksgiving looks dry locally, but we are watching colder air, and that could produce some lake effect snow north and west of our area. We'll keep you posted with that. Temperatures in the 30s heading into the end of the week. We'll be right back.
Let's get you caught up on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Tracking widespread rain this evening as a cold front approaches, and the rain is going to stick around as we head into tonight. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It's a soaker this evening. The rain arriving a little bit ahead of schedule. Did you notice some smoke in the air this morning? Wildfires to the south, Virginia specifically, bringing some smoke to our area. The good news is the wind direction changes tonight, and this smoke is expected to clear out. It wasn't super thick, but if you're really sensitive to this, you might have noticed it in the air this afternoon. Current temperature 54 degrees. Our weather headlines: rain-ins tonight, colder weather to follow as we head into this weekend, and it looks like that cold weather is going to stick around as we head into next week. We're going to take a look at the forecast heading into Thanksgiving. Rain this evening, temperatures in the 50s. Got to look at the weekend forecast coming up. Kristen, back to you.
Governor Hochul announced a 40.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Widespread rain continues to move into central New York. It looks dreary this evening and early tonight. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Most of central New York in the rain. The steadiest, heaviest rain locally looks to be moving into the Mohawk Valley and southern valleys. You can see some of the yellow showing up on the radar. This batch of rain is moving very slowly to the east. We will get a chance to dry out as we head into tonight. Here's a live look in downtown Utica. Again, Rain causing some reduced visibility and just a dreary night. If you're going to be traveling, just keep in mind some ponding on roadways, certainly in the cards. We haven't had very much rain this month of November, but again, we are getting that tonight. If you smell the smoke today, the source region where this smoke originated from was Virginia. In fact, we could see it from outer space using weather satellites. This was the scene yesterday, and there's the wildfire smoke. That's the location that caused our smoke today. With that south wind coming in, it brought in that smoke. The wind changing direction, which means we are not going to be dealing with smoke tomorrow as the winds come from the northwest. And the good news is the wildfires in Canada have generally come to an end as they head into winter. Warm day today. Lots of places climbed into the 60s, feeling more like mid-October than mid-November. But the cold weather returns over the weekend. We're looking at high temperatures in the 40s on Saturday and Sunday. Saturday looks dry, but then some rain and snow showers return as we head into Sunday. The breeze picks up too. Breezy conditions over the weekend. It'll be a chilly wind. Late winds Monday, breezy conditions Tuesday. Skywatchers in the 50s, Mohawk 58, West Leyden 50 degrees, Stratford, Dorothy with 52, Cooperstown 59, Worcester 58, Newport, Jason with 51. This cold front moving in from the west will move out tonight. The rain comes to an end as we head into early Saturday morning. Overnight lows drop down into the 30s. A cloudy start to Saturday, 7 a.m. Temperatures in the 30s, but we should see some sunshine as we head into the afternoon. A cold breeze, temperatures in the low 40s. Mostly clear early Saturday night, and then some scattered lake effect rain and snow showers will work in from the northwest. Not expecting much accumulation here for Sunday, but some unsettled weather. Rain comes to an end tonight, low of 35. Tomorrow, looking at decreasing clouds, a cool breeze, and a high of 41. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Monday looks nice, sunshine but chilly, 36 for the high. Cold Monday night down into the teens. A wintry mix is possible late Tuesday. Showers Wednesday. For those of you traveling on Thanksgiving, it looks cold locally and dry, but we are watching for possible lake effect snow in the Watertown and Buffalo region, and there are some early indications that it could be a lot of snow for those areas, but we'll keep you posted.
Well, as long as we're not traveling there.
Yes.
All right, Bill, thank you. Still to come here on News Channel.
Get a first look at your forecast tonight at 10 with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis, and it felt like June again, but not with the temperature. It smelled like June
again. Yes, it smelled like June. It may have felt like June too, because we were in the 60s.
It was a little bit warmer, yeah.
We were in the 60s that day that
Right.
we had the smoke.
We
too.
were. You're right.
Yeah, so you were right. The origin of smoke. We were talking about this. You could smell it in the air this morning. Turns out it's Virginia, the Appalachians.
Yeah, it looks like right outside of Charlottesville area.
That's right. So we're looking at the weather satellite. This was yesterday. We tried looking at it today, but the clouds were blocking the view. But if you were wondering what that was all about, it was smoke. The wind direction is changing tonight, and it's also raining, so it is helping the air quality. But it's the wind direction shift with a cold front that's going to blow any leftover smoke out of our area. We're tracking rain across the area tonight. This is all part of a cold front that will be slowly moving through, and we are looking at a big change in weather as we head into this weekend. Much cooler weather on the way. The front just passed through. Wind directions now in the west at 13 miles an hour. Our current temperature 48 degrees. We will cool off as we head into tonight. Again, rain ends tonight. Colder weather arrives this weekend. We're tracking some chilly weather heading into Thanksgiving. Tonight, overnight lows drop down into the mid-30s with rain coming to an end. Got to look at your weekend forecast coming up. Ben, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking rain that continues to move through central New York. This is all part of a cold front that is going to create a big change in our weather as we head into the weekend. A live look outside in downtown Utica. The rain continues to fall. Traveling a little bit slower than usual. The rain's slowing you down. It's reducing visibility, and there's some ponding on the roadways. But the rain is going to be coming to an end as we head into tonight. High temperatures today. It was a warm day. A lot of us got into the 60s. This is very likely the last time we'll see 60s, probably for the rest of the year. And I don't think they'll be coming back until probably March, sometime in the middle of March. Weekend forecast, 41 degrees for the high on Saturday, much cooler weather, decreasing clouds, a mix of some rain and snow showers on Sunday. Again, much cooler weather around. There's also going to be a breeze that kicks up for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday, and it's going to be a cold wind. So just keep that in mind if you're going to be spending time outdoors. Layers with temperatures in the low 40s, the wind chill will be in the upper 20s at times. Monday, the winds look light, and then more of a breeze here returning Tuesday. Cold front continues to march through the region tonight, again ushering in colder weather. The rain comes to an end before Saturday morning, so we'll start out Saturday with cloud cover and temperatures in the low 30s. Clouds give way to sunshine. It looks like a nice day tomorrow, colder, temperatures near 40. Clear skies early Saturday night, and then lake effect clouds and rain and snow showers arrive. The weather unsettled on Sunday. Scattered showers, a mix between rain and snow showers. They're not expecting much in terms of snow accumulation. The hilltops could see a light coating of snow heading into Sunday night. Tonight, rain ends late, 35 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, decreasing clouds, a cold wind, a high of 41. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather next week remains chilly, 36 for the high Monday. We are watching Tuesday night. The information keeps changing. It's been changing all week long. I think there's going to be a wintry mix Tuesday night, ending on some rain showers on Wednesday. Cold weather settles in. There might be lake effect snow on Thanksgiving Day north and west of our area. So that's getting a lot of headlines.
Yeah.
Not expected to happen in our local area, but it does look cold here for Thanksgiving.
All right. Well, not 60s, but we'll take it.
Yeah, could be worse.
Thanks, Bill.
Yeah.
Coming up, they're a staple during the time now for a first look at your forecast tonight at 11 with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. It smelled a lot like June and felt like it too.
Yeah, we actually were talking about this at the 10 o'clock. It just kind of dawned on me that the temperatures are about the same.
Yeah, almost exactly the same.
In the 60s. But yeah, we were talking about some smoke. You might have smelled it in the air today. This time, instead of Canada, this came from Virginia. We're looking at a weather satellite, GOES satellite imagery. The fire's big enough to see from outer space. So the south wind carried that up to our area locally.
And it's not as significant as it was in June, I feel like. It wasn't as thick.
The pollution wasn't as high, but you could still smell it.
Yeah.
It's still dealing with this again. Now, the wind direction changes tonight, and that's going to carry any smoke away from central New York as a cold front arrives. That change into wind direction also brings some cold weather into our area. We're tracking this cold front that continues to bring widespread rain to our region this evening. The rain comes to an end tonight, and again, the temperatures are expected to fall in the wake of that front. Current temperatures 47 degrees, a west wind at 10 miles an hour. Our weather headlines again tracking that cooler weather for the weekend. It looks like the cold weather is going to stick around as we head into Thanksgiving week. Rain ends tonight, low of 35. We've got to look at your weekend forecast coming up. Ben, back to you.
Bill, thank you very much.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. Welcome back. We're tracking a cold front that continues to move through central New York, bringing us widespread rain. The rain does come to an end as we head into tonight. Live look outside over downtown Utica. The rain becoming lighter compared to what we saw earlier today. Tracking some warm weather from earlier today. Highs made it into the 60s, but we're only looking at temperatures in the 40s as we head into the weekend. Saturday's high 41 degrees, decreasing clouds. Sunday, rain and snow showers, 41 for the high. Both days we're expecting to have a breeze. The winds become lighter on Monday before the breeze picks up again Tuesday. It is going to be a chilly wind over the weekend. As we look at the radar and satellite image, again, a cold front continues to move in. This is going to bring temperatures into the 40s here over the weekend. The rain ends tonight, I think, before daybreak Saturday. We're looking at temperatures in the 30s in the morning, cloudy skies giving way to sunshine as high pressure builds in. Again, that north wind kicks in. Temperatures near 40 at noontime, and will continue to cool off throughout the day. Lake effect rain and snow showers develop as winds turn into the northwest on Sunday. Chilly day, high temperatures in the low 40s. I'm not expecting much accumulation here, maybe just a light coating along the hilltops. This activity comes to an end Sunday evening. Rain ends late tonight, low of 35. Tomorrow, sunshine in the afternoon, temperatures in the low 40s. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Monday looks dry, chilly, 36. Cold Monday night down into the teens. A wintry mix is likely on Tuesday, late in the day, a high of 39. Wednesday, rain showers 41, and it's looking cold and generally dry as we head into Thanksgiving and Friday. We'll be right back.